Okay, I have a confession to make. There are some of you who espouse that exclusivity is the best for a platform. It's the way, according to you, for a platform to bring more users into its ecosystem. Some of you have cited arguments from Netflix, restaurants, grocery chain, food chains, and all this stuff. But I have to tell you that some companies actually thrive by exclusivity. Some others do not. Them reaching a broader audience is actually the best way for their business. Now, the confession that I have to make is those of you who continue to argue against me, I have to tell you that I'm using a very unfair tactic to body your arguments. And I'm going to reveal it to you in this particular video. So just hang in with me and I'm going to show you something. The very first thing that you have to pay very close attention to in this conversation is, in video game world, there are two kinds of exclusivity. There's full exclusivity and there is timed exclusivity. For instance, I'll give you two games, Mario Kart and Marvel Spider-Man. They have the letter M starting both of them. Mario Kart is a full exclusive game to the Nintendo Switch. Marvel Spider-Man is a partial or timed exclusive game to the Sony PlayStation ecosystem or the PS5, console. Or let's put it this way. Marvel Spider-Man Remastered is a timed exclusive to the PlayStation 5. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is a timed exclusive to the PlayStation 5. How I know is by a simple calendar. I can simply say, all right, well, I know that on the 31st of January, according to PlayStation, that they are bringing out Marvel Spider-Man 2 to Steam. In fact, on Steam here, they already have the game announced and ready to go. If I go to PlayStation's publishing, I see Marvel Spider-Man 2. It's ready. I can add it to my wish list, and January 30th, this timed exclusive is going to be coming to PC. See that? Did y'all see that just now? As I said it, it just showed up on the thing. As I was talking, I was saying to come to PC. Blah, 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 blah. You see how we lined up? I didn't plan it. It's not post-production. It just happened. See it? Coming to PC. You see that? All right. Anyways, I thought I'd just go ahead and point that out. This is the key. Now, in the case of Xbox, they go with the straight up no exclusivity paradigm. For instance, a game like Doom, The Dark Ages, is coming straight to the PC platform May the 15th, as well as PlayStation in this case. In some cases, Xbox will take the timed exclusive route only though for PlayStation, like Indiana the Great Circle already launched for those who have an Xbox and a PC to game on. But on PlayStation, the game is coming out sometime in the month of February. I don't even know what the date is because I've already started playing the game. So now that I've shown you guys all of the different exclusivity paradigms, it's also tantamount to tell you exactly why for the companies, PlayStation and Xbox, they just don't work anymore. And I'm not going to be the one to do a lot of the talking. I'm just going to let PlayStation do the talking. This is the secret. This is why I always basically reign champion over all your arguments. Because I got people like Herman Holst, Phil Spencer, Shuhei Yoshida, and these cats just arguing for me. It's quite beautiful. Let's jump to 2020. Let's go ahead and take a look at 2020. One of my audience members said to me, they said, VG, and also I gotta shout out the video game fight school community. Okay, guys, I didn't forget that it was you guys. Some of you guys bring some crazy receipts. I can't remember exactly who it was, but I have to give credit for this because I had no concept that this existed. He said, VG, look up PlayStation blog March 10, 2020. Not forgetting this particular date. It was a Herman Holst Q&A interview with the head of PlayStation's worldwide studios. In this interview, there was talk that PlayStation was about to bring Horizon Zero Dawn to PC. This was going to be one of those iterations where PlayStation was going to be taking a game to PC. There was already a fight on Twitter and so on and so forth. In this interview, they asked Herman Holst, PlayStation is no stranger to publishing titles on PC. So at this point, PlayStation already puts, a game or so on PC. And they said, but Horizon Zero Dawn is one of the largest games to make that leap. Is there anything you would say to PlayStation fans? What does it mean for the future? Herman Hulst said, sure, I think it's important that we stay open to new ideas of how to introduce more people to PlayStation and show people maybe what they've been missing out on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if we go back, keep in mind that Nintendo has no such stance nor intention that we know of because they practice full exclusivity. In 2020, PlayStation was saying, well, we need to keep an open mind. Right? So our stance on full exclusivity as PlayStation, you might want to basically, keep your mind open that plan might change. However, it said, and to maybe put a few minds at ease, and this is Herman Hulst arguing, releasing one first-party AAA title to PC doesn't necessarily mean that every game will now come to PC. In my mind, Horizon Zero Dawn was just a great fit in this particular case. We don't have plans for day and date PC releases, and we remain 100% committed to dedicated hardware. So right here, he said they don't have plans for day and date releases. However, he was basically in the second side of his mouth telling you, you better expect more of these PlayStation games to be showing up on PC, on Steam, Epic Games, and in some cases, Good Old Games. So when you say exclusivity works for an ecosystem, do you mean timed exclusivity? Do you mean full exclusivity? What do you mean? Because full exclusivity is working for Nintendo, timed exclusivity is working for PlayStation, and zero to almost no exclusivity is working for Xbox. And all of them are remaining profitable and doing what's needed to advance their ecosystem. In fact, what Herman Hulst said in that particular interview is actually no longer accurate because since he said that, the open-mindedness, right, that he basically said we need to stay open to new ideas, it happened to be that another idea was introduced in 2024 when Horizon Lego Adventures made its way to PC day one. Not only that, the game made its way to the Nintendo Switch day one. Again, the execs are arguing my point, changing their position to when it fits them. And still people are telling me exclusivity works, bro. Why are you telling me? Go tell Herman Hulst and tell the other folk at PlayStation that exclusivity rocks. Tell them not to put Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation, on PC. That will probably be the best way. Because if you keep telling me, it just keeps giving me 15 videos a day. Every time you say it, exclusivity works, bro, I make a video. And you guys are probably wondering, but who said it? Well, I'll show you. I mean, because, audience member of mine said Xbox was at its peak when it actually had exclusives. Your argument simply doesn't hold up. I'm sorry, bro, but again, I'm not arguing. PlayStation Publishing LLC is arguing for me. You know who they are? They're the guys that the arm of PlayStation's business. That's PlayStation themselves that publishes third party. You said the third party games will be there regardless. The only difference will be most of them you play on your platform if you also have exclusives. Well, PlayStation doesn't have exclusives anymore. In fact, it doesn't take that stance anymore. Even its day and date stance has been eroded because it's coming in with another game that is more indie-like or AA-like, and that's coming to PC day one, Lost Soul aside. A brand new game. In fact, I would almost put this game akin to Stellar Blade in a sense because I remember that I was so excited when I heard that PlayStation had hooked this guy up because this was a solo dev, an Unreal Engine guy. He was doing something pretty cool. I don't know who pitched him to PlayStation. They hooked him up with an entire dev team to get this game out. It sounds almost similar to how Shuhei found the cats for Stellar Blade, even though they had already announced that they were coming to PC. Different conversation, but this game is coming to PC day one. So what Herman Hulst said here, we don't have plans for day and date PC releases, doesn't mean we're not going to release games day and date. He just gave you Corpo speak. It's kind of how Ubisoft said they didn't have any plans for The Division 3. Many of you don't know, I'm a Division content creator, and I take as much as I can as a data-centric approach to covering Tom Clancy's The Division and looking at the market as well. And I made a bunch of videos saying that they were going to make a Division 3 game. And a lot of people said that that wasn't going to happen. In fact, we thought it wasn't going to happen at one point. Now, Ubisoft is in a very interesting place. And then we got news from Insider Gaming where they came out and said, well, sources close to Ubisoft said that there's not going to be a Division 3 game. I said, really? After they've served all those people and in this economy that they're in, after Star Wars had basically been taking a beating, I didn't see it. Well, they came out and next thing they said, well, Julian Garrity, after he's finished his Star Wars, he's going to go back to Division 3. Oh, by the way, we happened to announce that we're making a Division 3 game. Why? The data was on my side. Again, I'm telling you guys, I'm not fighting a fair fight. I've employed the big dogs to come to my aid. So this is the confession I have to make. You either listen to what they're saying or you continue giving me 15 videos a day. Either way, the terms are acceptable to me. I think the biggest challenge here for a lot of folk is, we've been in this fandom for a long time. And, I'm not necessarily the smoothest person that would kind of drive home, tough things, very, nice and padded up and stuff. I don't really know how to sugarcoat. Okay? It just, I would either not say anything, I would just say it. And I think that might be what could be causing, I think is a disconnect between, some of the folk who are coming on the channel. Everyone already has their ideas. They already have their, their thoughts. They already have their opinions. And so, yes, I can understand if someone is saying something and it's against that. But you got to understand, I'm looking at it from what these people running the companies are saying and doing and what the industry is also saying and doing. You also have to realize that there are market forces as well that Nintendo, who practices full exclusivity, does not have to deal with. Nintendo does not have to deal with this. Everybody's game. Look at all the games that are launching every single day. Look at all the games that launched in 2024 on Steam. 18,000. Not saying these all launched on PlayStation, but PlayStation would have also seen an increase in, third-party launches everywhere. So was Xbox. Not only that, Nintendo doesn't have to deal with Call of Duty and everybody playing freaking FIFA and all that crap. They just have an ecosystem that is designed to sell their own software. So they have the luxury to practice full exclusivity. PlayStation doesn't. Xbox doesn't. That's why they're over here on PC. For you to continue to say that they were at their peak when they had exclusives is you're living in 15 years ago. When you come to 2025, in fact, 2023 was already the year that you should have made this discovery, but it's okay. When you come to 2025, you realize that we're in a whole different gaming scene than you could even think about a few years ago. And to be very honest, Nintendo might enjoy this benefit for now, but I don't know how long they can continue with it. To be very honest, as the industry continues to shift, they might be the next blockbuster. PlayStation right now is looking like the next blockbuster. A lot of people just haven't seen it. Don't worry, you'll see it. Either they behave like Xbox or they become blockbuster. Let's just put that in a different category of conversation. But Nintendo, their business strategy is about to be exposed. Watch and see. Peace out.